Hi and welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make meatloaf. This is a wonderful dish. I don't know about you, but it is so economical. Anything made with minced meat, and this one is made with pork. And believe me, it is fantastic. So please give it a go. To start with, I'm going to put 500 grams of minced pork in a bowl. Get rid of the paper, because that doesn't taste very good. This is 6 rashers of bacon out of a packet of 8. I've kept 2 aside because we're going to do something nice on the topping of this. 1 onion, finely sliced and chopped up. This is 100 grams of breadcrumbs. They're a bit stale, doesn't matter. It's a good use of any leftover bits of bread. You can also do them as breadcrumbs and put them in the freezer, and then when you need them, you haven't got to blitz anything, so they're already there. Teaspoon of salt. This is a tablespoon of tarragon. This is a wonderful herb. It has a slight smoky aniseedy taste, and don't be put off by the aniseed. It's really mild. It goes fantastic with pork, fantastic with chicken, and it just gives it just a wonderful flavour, and it lifts what could be just a plain ordinary meatloaf into being something special. This is 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. Oops, making a mess. Some pepper. Oops. And lastly, 1 egg, and that's just to bind it all together. And that's it. I'm just going to dive in with my hands, mix it all up, and it'll be ready to go in the loaf tin. Look at that. Just keep mixing until you've got everything mixed through. You can tell because you can see when the tomato puree has gone through all the meat. And the tomato puree also adds a slight touch of sweetness to it, which again just makes it that little bit extra. I think out of all the different types of meatloaves I do, I think my elder son prefers this one. And I know there are people out there that think, oh, meatloaf, but you know, if you haven't got a lot of money or you're on a budget, it is a fantastic way of feeding your family. You know, this looks, when it comes out of the oven, it's almost a little mini joint. And it's got all these wonderful flavours in it. It's also absolutely fantastic cold and on a sandwich. I'm using a 450 gram loaf tin. I've just put a bit of baking parchment in so that when you finish cooking you can just lift the meatloaf out onto whatever dish you prefer to use. I'm trying to balance everything and get all the bits out of here with my spatula, and really what I should do is just use my hands and get in there and press it all down. See, I'm still using my spatula because I'm taking it out my hand. Oh well. Right, you want to sort of get it all in there, press it down, make the top level, get into the corners. I'm going to put this in the oven at 180 for an hour, and while that's in the oven I'm going to start making the topping. While the meatloaf is in the oven, I'm going to make a gorgeous topping. It's just made out of 2 rashers of bacon and 25 grams of breadcrumbs. I'm going to fry the bacon, and once it's fried and the juices have come out, I'm going to add the breadcrumbs. Then I'm going to let that soak up the juices, turn off the heat, and once it's gone completely cold, I'll add my 25 grams of cheddar cheese. When the meatloaf is out of the oven, I will top it and then put it back into the oven for another 10 minutes, and that will make it go all crispy golden, and the cheese will melt into the meatloaf and it will taste delicious. As you can see, the breadcrumbs have soaked up the juices and they've gone a little bit crispy. I'm now going to just leave these to cool, and once they're completely cold I can add the cheese. The meatloaf has been cooking for an hour, so all I'm going to do now is add my cheese to my bread and bacon mixture. Give it a good swizz round so it's all mixed. And now I'm just going to pour it over the top of my meatloaf. It's very hard to do this to camera because everything's the wrong way around. I'm just going to press that down a little bit. And now all I'm going to do is put it in the oven for a further 10 minutes and then it'll be ready to serve. Doesn't this look lovely? This is my pork meatloaf. I really do hope you're going to give it a go. We're just going to have it tonight for our dinner with a bit of salad and my paprika roast potatoes, which I will hopefully soon put on my website. I hope you're going to enjoy this. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the notification button, and I'll see you all again next time. Thank you for watching. Rob! He's disappeared and you're asking to be grabbed. The meatloaf. Don't, you're laughing. Meatloaf. Meatloaf. Right, I'm going to start again. This is what I have to work with. You can't stop now. What's going on?